Yep. I see you, Dave. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah! Woo!
Woo!
How you doing, Big Dave?
Oh, I'll tell him I'm doing a lot better than Jakey Bakey. He woke up just now. I've been up for 4 hours,
Yeah,
and
I know.
he's
I
thinking
know he did. I know he's hungover right now.
he is. He doesn't get it yet, but he's 24.
I was ripping into him yesterday. I was like, "You better be up. Don't get too crazy tonight." It was on
Oh,
tomorrow.
he
On
got
tomorrow.
crazy. He got crazy. He's back in bed. I bet he's not even here.
No,
So
probably not.
that's what I
Stop.
deal with when you got a business, man. You got to deal with having people mature and understand their priorities. So there it is.
Yeah. So Jake, when you watch replay, get it together, my man.
Get it together, Jake.
How did we
Oh,
get here, Dave? I'm gonna tell the audience. So you and I have obviously become really close friends since we started CLS and over the last year. One of my favorite people in the entire world. One of the last times that we collaborated, we had a conversation about doing a regular program, a regular show. My audience sent you about 1,000 emails to make it happen. I wasn't sure if you were going to love it or hate me. Here we are. The paradigm shift is born. What can you expect? Get everyone on absolute fire on Saturday to start their weekend. Nuggets, gems, and obviously the best dynamic in the world, myself and the iconic big bad Dave Meltzer.
you're awesome, man. Well, it's comes and stems from change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I love the way you look at things, and I love your energy. I didn't realize how ripped you were, man. That's not a marathon body. What's going on?
I know. Well, I've been lifting a little bit more weights, but I'm going to get back into the training because the marathons are opening up. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. There you go.
Let's
Nice.
dive right in, Dave. So you just said like basically, the things you look at change when your perception changes and whatnot. How important is it to think big? Because my audience always tells me like, are you a little delusional with how big you think? I said maybe I am, but you know what? If you're gonna think, you might as well think huge, right?
Absolutely, man. People will laugh at you, scoff at you, make fun of you, tell you there's no effing way. And yet, somehow, there is a way. Not only do you have to think big, you got to ask big. See,
Yes.
people don't ask. They don't ask, and they don't even think big, yet alone the people that think big are afraid to ask. Even myself, my mission in life is to empower over 1 billion people. And people still will once in a while laugh at that scoff until I tell them, look, all I got to do is find 1,000 Craig Siegels in the world to empower 1,000 people, to empower 1,000 people. And if you don't think I can empower 1,000 people like Craig Siegel to empower 1,000, that's an easy billion. And I'm going to ask, and I do ask everybody, come and join me. I have free trainings, I have free books, I got free guides, I got free exercises to empower you to be happy, to make more money, help more people, and have more fun. So think big and ask big.
I love it all, but here's the thing: there's only one Craig Siegel.
That's right. And everybody has their individual fingerprint on life, right? And there is only one Craig Siegel, one David Meltzer, one Jakey Bakey. There's only one of us.
That's it. I love you so much, buddy. In case the audience couldn't see, you'd have to surgically remove the smile from my face. Dave, something that I'm working on that I'm wondering how you deal with it is saying no more often to things that don't serve us or possibly might even drain our energy. It's something I'm working on. I've gotten a lot better at it. How do you handle that?
Well, for me, I have a great feeding chain. It's a variant chain for feeding, and I determine people around me, ideas around me, podcasts, movies, TV, all the people, the books that I read, and I look at it at first and I say, is this thing feeding me? Because if it's going to feed me, I'm going to feed it in its variance of how much it feeds me, right? And then if it's not feeding me, how much do I allow it just to fall away? Because I don't want to waste energy pushing it away or firing it from me. But if it bleeds me, then I push it away. I say no, right? That's when I say no. Or I even fire it where I say, hell no, get the F away from me. I don't want any of this in my life. And the way that I determine that chain of feeding and bleeding is you have to know your what. You got to know your what. So every morning I take inventory on my what. What do I want personally? What do I want to experience today? What do I want to give today, to produce today, to provide service value today? And what do I want to receive today? And if you bleed that from me, I'm going to fire you from my life and say no. And I'm not going to put it on you, right? I'm going to say, Craig, listen, man, I don't like myself when I'm around you. I don't like the way I feel when I'm around you. I don't like this is about me. It's not about you. So I'm just going to stay away from you. It's nothing personal. I just want to let you know it's, this is me, not you. That's the firing phase of saying no to someone. Now, on the fall away, the easiest determination how to let somebody or something fall away, just tell them you don't have time, right? Because when someone doesn't have time for you, they tell you, I didn't have 15 minutes to call you back. I didn't have 5 seconds to do this. All they're telling you is you're not a priority. In other words, they're allowing you to fall away, which is fine. Either side of the equation. It's just that you're not feeding them as much as something else. And I am a big proponent of feeding the things that feed me. That's why I'm here at early morning on the West Coast, early for most people, especially Jakey Bakey, not early for you and I, not early for you and I, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here early, because I will tell you, out of all the people, right, this man feeds me. He feeds me with his energy. He feeds me with the amount of service and value that he always wants to provide to not only to me, but to other people. So I'm here feeding Craig because he feeds me.
Yeah, you're always on fire, but today a little extra special. Woo!
I'm bringing every Saturday, man. We're going to make a show of this. You'll see. We'll be on TV soon.
Whoa! You don't think I believe that? This is going to be the biggest show Saturdays have ever seen since the inception of planet Earth. It will get picked up by a major network. You have my word. Everyone will look back at this first Instagram Live, the pilot, a year from now. It'll be the biggest thing ever.
Let me tell you this. They will laugh at us. They'll scoff at us. They'll make fun of us. But then they will applaud us just the way they do again and again and again. You will be applauding Craig and Dave on the Paradigm Shift Show. Just check it out on Saturday mornings on NBC. I see it already. It's done. It's done. It's done.
Oh, my God. You're getting me too excited. All right, I got to ask you, Dave. Everyone said to me, how come you pivoted from your very lucrative business on Wall Street and went all in on CLS? And there's a lot of components to it, but basically they want to know how I did it. And my answer is this: because I decided to. Because I wanted more, and I wanted to leave a mark on this world, and I wanted to help people. Some people, they can't understand the concept of making a decision and taking action. What do you say to them?
Well, I say, number one, part of what you did is you took inventory and said, I'm happy where I'm at, right? I love myself. I love myself. Learn to love you. I'm happy where I'm at, but I'm angling to what I want. And Wall Street is pushing me to something bigger, better, a better situation. And so I'm going to have a third component to I'm happy where I'm at and I'm giving everything I got. And that's faith. And faith is the determination that there's no interference between you and the greatest source of love, light, and lesson, that there is something bigger than just money. There's helping people and having fun. And so many people on Wall Street, they make money and they think they make money. I tell guys all the time, they'll say, oh, I make $1 million a year. I'm like, well, you know what? Let me just tell you, you are a closed-minded person. What are you talking about? I make $1 million a year. I said, first of all, you work 3 or 4 jobs, so you really make $250 or $300 a year. Okay, so I'm a math guy. Don't mess with me. And then two, why are you limiting yourself? Let me give you a quick example how people, even me, how I limit myself. I have always told my family, my friends, my children that I was born on January 11th. Look up 1:11 in the Bible, Corinthians 1:11 in the Bible. My name means beloved servant. I have told my children I was born on January 11th at 1:11, and I told them I'm going to live to 111. I will die on January 11th at 1:11 p.m. And I mentioned that I share my Laker seats with Diane Cannon from Heavens Can Wait, the most beautiful 86-year-old woman I've ever met in my life. She was married to Cary Grant. So I tell her, she's a spiritual guru of mine. I said to her, I'm going to live to 111 on January 11th at 1:11. She gets teary-eyed. I was like, what's up? I go, are you happy for me? She goes, no. Why are you limiting yourself? Why are you limiting yourself? Only to 111? What? You don't have faith that this universe and technology, we may live to 1,000 by the time you get there, and all of a sudden you've manifested, you've wasted 900 years of your life. What are you doing? That's like saying I make $1 million. I make $1 million a year. I make 300,000 a year. I make 100,000 a year. So what? You make minimums a year, like make as much money as you can, as fast as you can, double the amount of money you make as fast as you can, so you can help more people, allow it to come through you with appreciation. That's gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability. to expand and accelerate other people, elevate others to elevate yourself. That's what CLS does.
Yeah! Elevate others to elevate yourself. And it's funny because when I was on the phone with Jake yesterday, when we were talking about the paradigm shift.
Oh, whoa. You mean the Jake that's sleeping right now?
Jakey bakey! I think I saw him on here.
No, he's sleeping.
He's
No,
got
he
one eye
can
open.
watch the replay. He can watch the replay with the other people.
In 3 hours when he wakes up, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, I love how passionate you are about the work. And I was like, you have to understand, like, now that I finally found what I absolutely love, but more importantly, my purpose, every single day, I'm just so grateful. And even if I'm going 100 miles an hour into so many different things, like back in the day, like when I was doing things that I wasn't really fulfilling me or passionate about, then it was easy to have days where like, all right. But when you're doing what you absolutely love, right, it's hard to get like dejected or burnt out, even though you can, because you're following your purpose and your passion. So every day, like, you don't really have to elevate your state or do some sort of technique because you're waking up living inside your vision, right?
Well, it's even bigger than that, Craig. Listen to me. You are health. You are wealth. You are happiness. And what happens is this is a paradigm shift. You know, maybe we should come up with one paradigm shift. Since this is volume number 1, we can make our own rules and start building this TV show for NBC. So
Yes.
The paradigm shift for me today is I am health, I am wealth, and I am happiness. What am I doing to interfere with it? Not I got to go get healthy. I got to go get wealthy. I got to go get happy. You already are that. You just have to figure out what you're doing to interfere with what you already are. It's much more healthy to look at things and to shift your paradigm in that direction.
That's it. I love it. You couldn't be more inspired today if you tried. And we'll end the audience with this, then we'll go about our Saturday. In regards to networking, you help me understand just how powerful it is to not only ask big, but surround yourself with people who are like-minded and doing the right thing, which is why I can't get enough of you. How important is it for the audience watching right now to understand the concept of building your network?
Well, your network, you've heard, is your net worth. It's bigger than that. When you network with people, you confirm that you're connected in one. Remember, when you're networking, instead of looking at people as gatekeepers, stopping you from what you want, interfering with what you want, having to go over them, under them, through them, lie to them, cheat them, manipulate them, all of these different things that people do when they look and they don't shift the paradigm of seeing everybody on earth is a sponsor of yours. They're here to help you. They're connected to you. And everyone on earth is a power sponsor for something, meaning they themselves can help you and they know people to help you. And even furthermore, if we ask in person every day, on the phone every day, via email every day, this morning, I looked at my sent box from yesterday. I wanted to see how many asks were in my sent box. Why? Because every ask in my sent box, on average, everybody knows 1,000 people today. My 10-year-old got 1,200 followers or more. I forget. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. People don't ask. And then most importantly, ask on traditional and social media. If you do that just once a day, right? That literally 4 asks a day times 30 days, that's 120,000 people. If you just do once, it's 30,000 people. Imagine how big your net work, and connectivity of sponsors and power sponsors in your life. And you never know whose capabilities are aligned, synergistic or supplementary to what you're asking for. How many times does a guy who's a multi-millionaire philanthropist, great person tell you, you know, I just was hanging out and I met this guy and he told me his aunt was so-and-so and he hooked me up for a lunch with his aunt, and then his aunt knew this guy and then this guy knew Steven Spielberg, and all of a sudden I'm here and I have the Academy Award. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love it. Everything that you're saying speaks to my soul. For the audience listening in terms of network, that's why you should stick with Dave and I. We're going to end it with this. When I think of the word paradigm, which is the name of this show, I think of expanding your map of the world and how you see things. Where you once saw limitations, Dave and I challenge you to change that to opportunities, to abundance. Stop thinking small. The world is yours if you go after it, but you have to shift the way you see things. You have to believe it in your heart and then take a swing. What do you want to leave the audience with, Dave, until next week?
Live in a world of more than enough of everything for everyone. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We'll see you next week. You got me hooked, baby.
I love it, and I love you. Happy Passover. Have a great weekend.
You too. Happy Passover. Take
Bye,
care.
Dave. Yeah. Episode 1 in the books. That was way too much fun. Mikey, I love you too, buddy. Happy Passover. Rachel, Jessica, I see you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This show exists because you gave us the opportunity. The CLS audience is the most loyal and amazing on the planet. You sent in the emails. Alex 2.0, I'm so proud of you. You sent in the emails. The audience spoke. Here it is, the Paradigm Shift. Every Saturday morning, soon to be picked up by a major network. Hear me now. Soon to be picked up by a major network because I think big. For all of you, I'll leave you with this for the rest of the weekend. Think big. Stop playing small. Think so big that your friends and family think you're weird. They think you're delusional. If you're going to think big. I love you all. Happy Passover. Have an unbelievable weekend.